Hey everyone! Today, I want to tell you a story about a young girl who learned to believe in herself while learning English. Once, there was a young girl who loved reading stories in her own language. She had a favorite book with beautiful illustrations, and each night before bed, she'd read a page or two, imagining herself in the stories. She dreamed of one day understanding stories in English, but every time she tried, she'd feel stuck.
The words looked strange and sounded even stranger when she tried to say them out loud. She'd sometimes think, why can't I do it? Why is it so difficult? One day at school, during English class, her teacher noticed her looking a bit lost. The teacher came over and gently asked, "What's going on? Is there something you'd like to talk about?" The girl hesitated, feeling a little shy. She looked down at her notebook and mumbled, "I want to speak English like you do. But whenever I try, it feels like a big mountain. I get scared, and then I just stop." The teacher smiled warmly and said, "Learning a new language can feel like a big mountain, but remember, every mountain is climbed one step at a time. Think of learning English like planting seeds in a garden. Each new word you learn is a tiny seed, and each time you practice, it's like giving those seeds water and sunshine. If you're patient, one day, you'll have a garden full of words." She decided that every day she would learn one new word. She wrote brave on a small paper and taped it to her wall. The next day, she picked another word, happy. She practiced saying it, and by the end of the day, she was using it too. "Today, I feel happy." Each word became like a new friend to her. As days passed, her wall began to fill with these little papers. Each morning, she would say, "Good morning, brave. Good morning, happy," greeting her new words. It became her little ritual. Something she looked forward to each day. Her mother noticed her wall and asked, "What are all these words for?" The girl explained her plan, feeling proud as she showed her mother each word. Her mother said, "I am so proud of you. You're working so hard. Keep going, you're building something beautiful." The girl felt encouraged and began to set new challenges for herself. She decided to speak each word out loud, even if only to herself. One day, her teacher suggested, "Why don't you try talking to yourself in English for 1 minute every day? Don't worry about mistakes, just let the words flow." At first, the girl felt nervous and a little silly, but she wanted to try. That night, she stood in front of her mirror, took a deep breath, and began, "Hello. My name is. I am brave, and I am learning." She stumbled a little, but she kept going, speaking slowly, finding her rhythm. Each night, she'd stand in front of her mirror, her little language garden growing with each word. One evening, her mother passed by and heard her speaking. She peeked in and said, "I heard you speaking. You're getting so much better. I can see your confidence growing." The girl beamed, feeling encouraged. She decided to add another challenge. She'd try to speak English at breakfast, using her new words with her family. One morning, she said, "Today, I am feeling happy and brave." Her family smiled, joining in her excitement and saying, "We're proud of you for trying." Weeks went by, and her confidence grew. She started listening to English songs and tried to sing along. At first, she would only hum, but soon she began to sing some of the simpler lyrics. It felt like magic when she realized she could understand some of the words. Music helped her feel free, as if the words were dancing around her, inviting her to join in. Then, one day, her teacher announced a small event where students could share something in English. The girl's heart raced. Could I really do it? She thought. What if I mess up in front of everyone? The idea felt exciting yet scary. Her mother noticed her looking worried and asked, "Are you thinking about speaking at the event?" The girl nodded slowly and said, "I want to. But I'm scared." Her mother gave her a reassuring hug. "Remember what your teacher said about planting seeds? Speaking at the event is just one more way to let your garden grow. You're already brave, just give it a try." The girl took a deep breath and made up her mind to participate. She spent the next week practicing every day. She wrote down simple sentences like, "Hello, everyone. My name is. I am learning English, and I want to share my journey with you." She practiced in front of her mirror, with her family, and sometimes even with her pet cat, who would look at her with curious eyes. On the night before the event, she felt a mix of excitement and nerves. As she lay in bed, she imagined herself speaking in front of her classmates. What would they think? Would they laugh? Or would they cheer? When she finally closed her eyes, she dreamed of a garden filled with beautiful flowers, each one representing a word she had learned. The flowers were bright and colorful, and she felt happy walking among them, feeling the warmth of the sun and the gentle breeze. It was a dream that filled her with courage. Finally, the big day arrived. When her turn came, she walked to the front of the room, feeling her heart beat loudly. She looked at her classmates, took a deep breath, and began, "Hello, everyone. My name is. And today, I want to tell you about my journey in learning English." Her voice was soft at first, and she made a small mistake, but she remembered her practice and kept going. She told them about her language garden, about each new word she learned, and how each one gave her a little more. She shared her experiences with her mother, her wall of words, and how listening to music had opened up a whole new world for her. She finished with a big smile, saying, "Learning English has helped me find my voice." Her classmates clapped loudly, and her teacher gave her a proud thumbs up. The girl's heart felt warm with pride and happiness. She realized that she didn't need to be perfect, she just needed to be brave. That night, as she lay in bed, she thought about her journey. She realized that learning English was more than just about words. It was about finding her voice and feeling proud of herself, and from that day on, whenever she saw someone struggling, she'd share her story, saying, "Just take it one word at a time. You're planting seeds, and one day, they'll grow into something beautiful." She smiled, knowing that she would keep learning, keep growing, and keep sharing her journey with others, inspiring them to find their voices too.